Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to our Saint Stories channel. Today, I invite you to journey with me into the heart of a miraculous encounter that has inspired countless souls and revealed the depths of God's love. Imagine this, a quiet moment of prayer suddenly illuminated by the radiant presence of an angel. Not just any angel, but one sent by God to deliver a message so profound, it forever transformed the life of one of the Church's most beloved saints, Saint Teresa of Avila. What this angel did, though, goes beyond words and into the realm of the divine. He didn't just speak. He acted in a way so extraordinary that it left a mark not just on her soul, but on her very heart. In today's video, we will explore the life of Saint Teresa of Avila, a woman deeply devoted to Christ, whose extraordinary visions and mystical experiences continue to inspire Catholics around the world. We'll uncover the moment she encountered this angel, hear what he revealed to her, and relive the awe-inspiring act of love that pierced her heart, both spiritually and, as we'll discover, physically. And if that wasn't miraculous enough, we'll reveal what was found after her death, a discovery so astounding it left even the skeptics of her time in awe. So, dear friends, stay with me as we unfold the story of this divine encounter. You won't believe how one moment of grace can speak to us all, reminding us of the power of God's transformative love. To truly understand the miraculous story of Saint Teresa of Avila and her encounter with an angel, we must first take a moment to appreciate who this incredible woman was. Picture a young girl born in 1515 in Avila, Spain, full of vitality, curiosity, and a deep desire for holiness. Even as a child, Teresa was captivated by the lives of the saints, dreaming of martyrdom and longing to dedicate her life entirely to God. But like many of us, Teresa's path to sanctity wasn't straightforward. As she grew older, she wrestled with the temptations of the world, and for a time her spiritual fervor dimmed. Her early years in the Carmelite convent were marked by struggles, illness, doubt, and a sense of spiritual dryness that left her feeling distant from God. Yet, even in her darkest moments, God's grace never abandoned her. It was during her mid-30s that a transformation began. Teresa experienced a profound conversion of heart, reigniting her love for Christ and her desire to grow closer to Him. She immersed herself in prayer, not just as a routine, but as a deep, personal conversation with God. This wasn't the prayer of simple words. It was the prayer of the soul, yearning for union with the Creator. Saint Teresa didn't stop there. She became a reformer of the Carmelite order, striving to restore a spirit of humility, simplicity, and true devotion to her community. Her writings, such as The Interior Castle and The Way of Perfection, remain treasures of spiritual wisdom, guiding countless souls toward deeper intimacy with God. But perhaps what makes Teresa so captivating is her unique relationship with the divine. She wasn't just a woman of prayer, she was a mystic, someone to whom God revealed Himself in extraordinary ways. Through visions, locutions, and mystical experiences, Teresa encountered the reality of heaven while still walking on earth. Her life was a testament to the truth that holiness isn't reserved for the extraordinary. It's a call for each of us. And it was her openness to God's love, her perseverance in prayer, and her deep humility that prepared her for the moment we'll explore next, the visit from an angel that would forever mark her heart and her soul. Stay with me as we move deeper into this miraculous encounter, a moment that reveals the depths of God's love and the lengths He will go to draw us closer to Him. Now let us step into a moment that feels like it belongs more to the glory of heaven than the earthly life we know. Imagine Saint Teresa of Avila, deep in prayer, her heart and mind completely attuned to God. It was during one of these profound moments of contemplation that she experienced a vision so powerful, so full of divine love, that it has become one of the most cherished stories in Catholic mysticism. Before her appeared an angel, not an ordinary angel, but one of heavenly radiance and indescribable beauty. Teresa described him as a young man, small in stature, yet glowing with a light that seemed to emanate directly from God. His face was aflame with love, and in his hand he held a long golden spear tipped with fire. The sight alone was overwhelming. Yet what happened next was even more astonishing. The angel looked at her with a tenderness that pierced her very soul. Without speaking a single word, he drove the fiery spear into her heart, not once, but multiple times. Teresa would later write in her autobiography about the indescribable feeling this caused. It was pain, yes, but not the kind of pain we fear. It was a sweet, divine agony, a burning love for God that consumed her completely. She said it felt as though her very soul had been ignited with the fire of heaven. This mystical experience wasn't just a fleeting vision. It left Teresa utterly transformed. From that moment on, her soul burned with an even deeper love for God, and her desire to serve him grew even stronger. It was as if the angel's action had purified her heart, drawing her into a level of intimacy with God that words could never fully capture. But what did this act signify? For Teresa, it was a profound symbol of God's love, a love so powerful it could penetrate her very being, leaving her forever united to him. The angel didn't need to speak, because the act itself conveyed a message louder than words. It was a call to total surrender, to allow God's love to pierce our hearts and consume us, just as it did for her. Teresa's own words convey the depth of this experience. The pain was so great that it made me moan, and yet so surpassing was the sweetness of this excessive pain that I could not wish to be rid of it. It is not bodily pain, but spiritual, though the body has its share in it, even a large one. As we reflect on this incredible vision, it's impossible not to marvel at the mystery of God's ways. What does it mean for us to allow God's love to transform us so deeply? And how might this same divine love be seeking to touch our hearts, even today? Dear brothers and sisters, as if the vision of the angel and the piercing of Saint Teresa's heart were not extraordinary enough, God left behind a tangible reminder of this divine encounter, one that would only be revealed after her passing. Saint Teresa of Avila entered into eternal rest in 1582, her earthly journey complete. But her story didn't end with her death. Years later, as was customary for saints and holy figures, her body was exhumed. What they found was nothing short of miraculous. Her body was incorrupt. Despite the passing of time, it had been preserved from decay, a visible sign of her holiness and God's grace at work within her. But it was what they discovered when examining her heart that left everyone awestruck. Her heart, which had been removed and preserved as a relic, bore a mysterious scar, a deep mark as though it had been pierced. This was no ordinary scar, but one that perfectly corresponded to the mystical event she had described, the angel's fiery spear that pierced her heart during that profound vision. The Church recognized this as miraculous, a divine testimony to the truth of her experiences and the profound union she had with God. This scar wasn't just a physical wound, it was a visible sign of a soul wholly surrendered to the divine. For those who doubted the mystical experiences of the saints, this relic stood as undeniable proof of God's mysterious and powerful work in the lives of his beloved. Imagine, dear friends, standing before this relic, her heart bearing the mark of divine love in a way that is both physical and spiritual. It speaks to us of the reality of God's grace, a grace that transforms, purifies, and leaves no part of us untouched. It's a reminder that holiness is not just an abstract idea, but something real and tangible, something we can strive for. In our own lives, Saint Teresa's heart, scarred yet preserved, calls each of us to reflect. What mark is God trying to leave on our hearts? How can we, like her, open ourselves fully to his transformative love? Her heart remains a powerful symbol of her mystical union with God, and it invites us to believe in the miraculous, to trust in the extraordinary ways that God reveals himself to those who seek him with all their hearts. As we move to the conclusion of our story, let us hold on to this thought. The life of Saint Teresa of Avila, and even her very heart, is a testament to what happens when we allow ourselves to be consumed by the fire of divine love. My dear friends, the story of Saint Teresa of Avila is a radiant reminder of God's transformative power and boundless love. Through her vision of the angel, the piercing of her heart, and the miraculous scar left behind, we are invited to reflect on our own spiritual journey. Like Saint Teresa, we are called to open our hearts to God, allowing his love to purify and transform us. If this story inspired you, I encourage you to explore more about the lives of the saints and their incredible journeys of faith. Don't forget to check out our other videos, where we share more powerful stories of God's grace and the wonders of our Catholic faith. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel to stay connected and continue growing in faith with us. And if this video touched your heart, give it a like and share it with others who might need a reminder of God's love. Thank you for watching, dear friends. May God bless you, and see you in our next video.